Welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to look at the third bike in our household, one that maybe gets a little bit overlooked because it's not mine, it's my son Ian's. So this is his GSX-S 125. You know, this bike's been around for almost 10 years now from Suzuki, but it's a great little bike, an excellent learner bike actually. 14.7 brake horsepower, which is the legal maximum you can have here on a learner plates and do your CBT and so forth. But it's also incredibly light. It's incredibly light. It's 133 kilograms, this thing. It's like getting on a pedally bike. It's actually a blast to ride. Throwing it around roundabouts here, you almost don't have to slow down. The speed in which you can change direction, especially with these wide bars, is just incredible. Especially when you're used to you know, 200 kilogram bikes like the Ducati. To suddenly jump on something that's not far off half its weight is incredible. But it's a great bike, and that power, the 14.7 brake horsepower, as well as its lightweight, means it's the best in its class. I know Ian can get up to, in the right environment, closed circuit, closed course and so forth, of course, to 80 miles an hour on this thing, indicated, which makes it safe for if you've got the ability to maintain the flow of traffic and stay in line with traffic. I think that's kind of important. So you're not constantly getting in the way, you can continue in the flow. It's good safety. You can keep up to the national speed limit of 70, no problem. Even I can get up to 70 on this, and I'm of course not as light as he is. It does have, very important, as you'll see here, ABS. I really wanted him to have that, from a safety standpoint, and it is quite low, 765 seat height. That makes it very easy. My other half, who you might actually notice has been leaving me subtle hints to clean the car as well as the bike, or bikes, as they're all clean today, to do this. But she has been riding on this, as is my daughter. So none of us are particularly tall in this family, so having the low seat height makes it really, really nice to ride, and very easy to maneuver around the CBT course and all that. So let's take a quick look at some of the more interesting kind of features of this, and I totally recommend this as a learner bike. So let's take a look at the GSX-S 125. As I mentioned before, it has an LED front light, and if I turn this on, you should be able to see those two kind of eyebrows there lit up very nicely, along with the front light. The indicators and the rear light are your standard lights. I also mentioned this in while it's on, you do have a on this model LCD dash, whereas I believe on the GSX-R version, which is the third version of this model, you get the full color TFT dash. But there is a very interesting thing which I mentioned in one of my shorts, UX videos here, which has this anti-theft device. Very simple, just puts a sheet of steel in front of the lock, which means you can't jimmy it, you can't cram anything in there. The way you do it, you take this key here, which has the odd little thing on it there, this little round thing, stick that in there, and it pops it open. Simple. I do think the manufacturers could do a little bit more, to be honest, around the innovation standpoint of stopping so many bike thefts that we're blighted by. There must be more than you can do. Grocery stores stop you from stealing your their grocery carts with nice electromagnetic things on the wheels to stop you from taking it outside of their areas, and so forth. Surely we can do better when it comes to motorbikes and come up with a few more inventive solutions. But there you go. I mentioned this has got ABS, which I thought was really important. The Bosch ABS system, really good, I think, for a learner. Stops you grabbing a handful of front brake in any kind of panic and going down. Well, it doesn't stop you grabbing a handful of front brake, but it does stop the consequences of grabbing a handful of front brake. Ian still has the original muffler on this, and the other thing is it does about, depending on what you read, 115 to 120 miles per gallon. I wonder if we can actually see that on here, what we're currently getting. Trip A, Trip B. Yeah, so Trip B is 99.5 miles per gallon. And Trip A is 99.6. So there you go, the proof's in the pudding. And you know, I'm pretty sure Ian is not riding this economically, let's say, which is incredible. I know I've ridden this. I rode this to Bristol from where I live in Eastbourne, and it did the whole journey on one tank easily, which is incredible. And that tank there costs about £9, £10 to fill up. So what an incredibly cheap way of doing. Let me turn this back to what Ian had it on. Cheap way of travelling. Certainly for a teen, filling that up is not going to break the bank. But there we go. The GSX-S 125. What a great learner bike. Highly recommended. And if you're in the market for one next summer, this will be for sale because Ian will be doing his A2 then, and we'll be getting rid of it. So if you're in the market then, you know, you can get this ultra rare red and black colour scheme, which, bearing in mind that my garage is full of Ducatis, that's not surprising really, is it? But it matches nicely. Yeah, enjoy. So again, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll introduce you to the next one in the garage, which should be coming in shortly. Surprise to be revealed. All right, take care.